Once you get your feelings involved and they miles away, that should never work out. Mm-hmm.
I'll text you more about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam Smith, but I don't like Blue Eyed Soul, right? I saw a disrespectful post talking about is Justin Timberlake a legend. I said hell no, hell no. Like Gino Vanelli is legend, Tina Marie is legend. This nigga hell no.
Pop legend. It's one of the best artists to
Sam
come from
said,
a group.
y'all, I'm not even a fan of Sinead O'Connor. I don't give a fuck if she died, honestly.
You know.
She only had one hit, and that was a Prince cover, I think. So yeah, and she was talking mad shit about hell no, fuck that. I never liked Sinead O'Connor.
Me neither. And she talked shit about Prince. Fuck her. Give a fuck
Exactly.
about what she did.
She talked shit about Prince, Frank Sinatra. Come
Fuck
on
that
now.
bitch. Fuck her.
Right after he died, like
We
literally
ain't
right
we ain't
after he
switching
died.
up because a bitch dead,
Exactly.
right? When she told that story about how Prince chased her around the house with the bricks in the pillowcase to try to beat her. Come on now.
Even Arsenio Hall called her out.
They want to paste. They want. I see all these people now posting shit about her. I'm like, y'all fake as fuck. Stop it. Ain't nobody was bumping her at our shit before she died. All of a sudden now the bitch dead and gone. Everybody want to. We're gonna pay tribute to her. Fuck out of here. That's
Thank you.
fake.
Because y'all were talking mad shit once she ripped off that picture of the Pope. And honestly, I don't even like that. Nothing compares to you song like that. Didn't care for the family's version. The only version I liked was the Prince and Rosie Gaines version.
And she got banned off for SNL and shit.
Yeah. Fight the real enemy.
The bitch was nutty.
People gonna be like, why are you talking shit? Because I fucking can, bitch. We don't sugarcoat motherfucker.
Nope. If I ain't like you when you was living, I damn sure ain't gonna like you when you dead.
Q said, what is your favorite Stevie Wonder performance? Ooh. I'm gonna be real with you. The 1991 Soul Train tribute, when he had that little medley, that's my favorite performance he's ever done.
Yep.
So it's going down for Puff. It's going down for Puff.
He need to be. He need to be locked up.
It's
He's a
going
murderer.
down. It's going down for Puff.
He's a murderer. Lock him up.
I don't. It's funny how you posting the group me and shit.
Yeah. I wanted BJ to see that. I'm like, look at your great hip hop savior. Your boy about to go down. They're gonna arrest his ass for connection to the Tupac murder.
It's
People don't want to
going.
believe it.
It's going down for Puff. That should be a song.
Puffy got 9 lives like a cat, but he going down this time.
It's going down for Puff. It's going down for
They're
the
gonna,
bad boy.
they're gonna be telling them take that in jail.
Hey, I'm gonna get some water right quick.
Yeah.
It's going down for Puff. Going down for Puff.
I
Going
don't know. I
down.
don't know what's wrong with Shannon. Can't call it.
It's going down for Puff. It's going down in the DM.
Yep. He probably trying to cover his tracks now and shit.
He should. They should have taken down for the whole Kim Quarter death.
Right?
All of a sudden, Al B. Sure is fighting for half of his life
Hmm.
after he called out Puff. Right?
Yeah.
By the
Sean
way,
was good. I saw his little live stream. I ain't seen nobody in it though.
yeah, I was knocked out earlier, man.
Like
By the
Ray Sean, you gotta plan the live streams better than just coming online, yo. You gotta promote that shit.
It's going down for Puff. It's going down in the DM. It's going down for Puff. Do you have this album?
Now,
Alright. I'm gonna go on in about 8 more minutes, guys. I gotta be out of here at least by 1:20 to do this motherfucker's work. Q said I won't cry when he died. Real nigga. What else is going on in the news? So Magic 2 is still doing great things. Number one album on
right?
iTunes, if I'm not mistaken. The MC
Yeah,
Shan
it
was
should be.
talking mad grimy shit.
What's Shan's problem? I don't understand. What you mad about now?
He never liked Nas. He was always bitter about Nas because he felt like Nas wasn't giving people the rightful respect in Queensbridge.
He's mad. What was it? MC Shan on the Queensbridge Finest, the QB Finest album. I remember that.
Yeah, he was.
He was on the first one. So how is Nas not paying homage to him? I don't get it.
He's always been bitter. Let's be real.
He's coming off looking like an old bitter hater. Like you're not the only great artist from Queensbridge. This nigga looking like somebody's grandfather now and shit. Shut the hell up and salute the king.
Right, he's like in his late 50s or 60s or whatever, and he's looking like that. I'm
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
hold on, how
Get
old is
whoever he. I know. I'm sure he has grandkids now. His grandkids need to get him off of social media. He sounds like an idiot.
he? He's only 57.
Is he? He look older than that.
Right. Because
He
he
looked
was
like
on
90.
drugs. He was
Oh,
on
that's what
drugs
it
for some.
was. Yeah, the drugs make you look older. He looked like 90 years old.
I'm like, Shan, oh my God.
See, don't do drugs, kid. You want to have a nice, beautiful face like mine. You don't do drugs. They'll never be able to tell you the age of you. That nigga look old as fuck. He look old as hell.
Don't do drugs, kids. I was watching Beverly Hills Cop last night. That shit was hilarious.
Classic. I never get tired of that. His best,
Yeah,
some of his best shit.
yeah, man. I might watch Beverly Hills Cop 2 tonight too. I never seen
I
3
liked
before,
it.
but I
I
heard.
don't know. Three was good. I went to the screening of that because my mom used to work with Paramount back in the day, so she used to get like the movie premiere tickets. So that was like one of the premieres I went to. They had it right in Times Square, and I remember they gave me the poster. They gave me I had the poster for that, the Cop 3, and I liked it. I don't think it wasn't classic though. It wasn't like the first one, but it was. I thought it was some had some funny moments.
I feel you. So I think the next cartoon we might talk about is Ducktales next month, probably either next month or September.
The OG, not the reboot. The OG.
OG, OG.
Yeah, because I wasn't fucking with that reboot shit they had.
The reboot has some good moments. I'm not gonna hold you. I haven't seen everything from the reboot.
John Dixon is funny. He
What
is
do you
right.
say?
Some of these niggas come on here and say some crazy shit.
Oh, because Dart said he agrees with Shan. Well, that's your out. Shan, he always talks mad
You
shit.
crazy.
Like,
You crazy. When the last time Shane came out with any music? Like instead of going on social media dragging one of the best, if not the best MC all time, come out with some music. You know what I'm saying? Like he can still rap, he can still perform. I seen him at what was it that show that Cassidy had in at the Apollo. You know what I'm saying? What's the issue? Like I don't understand why is he going there now? So like for what? You
no,
know.
no fucking reason. Just for shock value. All right. Let me pull up my notes. Have you heard of the show Veggie Tales? Yeah, I mean,
What is that?
it was I was a big Veggie Tales fan like that.
What's that? Veggie Tales.
It's like a CGI cartoon that was kind of religious and shit.
Never saw it.
Yeah, you're not
It don't
missing
even sound
much.
like some shit I would watch anyway. A
Like I said,
religious cartoon?
you're not missing much.
Yeah.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
What up, niggas? This your boy Veg in the building. You know, I don't really have an intro today. I'm just saying this is just Veg in the building. Fuck it. I
Ain't
got
no
my
intro.
home. Yeah, got my homeboy Try with me. What's up,
Yep.
bro?
Yep.
Yes, yes. Coming from New York. You know what I'm saying?
The Big
Um,
Apple. It's hot.
excuse me. Today we're gonna talk about Sam Smith with his debut album In the Lonely Hour. This album came out May 26, 2014, under Capitol, which is under Method, and came out with singles Lay Me Down, Money on My Mind, Stay With Me, I'm Not the Only One, Like I Can't. They re-released Lay Me Down as a single. Producers include Jimmy Napes, Steve Fizz Maurice, Mojam, Comey, Naughty Boy, 2 Inch Punch, Egg White, and Fraser T. Smith. And there's no guest appearances. All right. By the way, we're just going to talk about the standard edition, just to let you know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Sam Smith. This might be a left field review. This I feel like this whole week has been kind of left field, honestly, because yeah, I just woke up saying, you know what? Let me talk about Snoop, No Limit, Top Dog. Let me talk about Sam Smith, because
That's how you gotta do it. You gotta freestyle it sometimes instead of planning it.
yeah, that's when I pick some of these reviews and shit like that. You need to be like, why we reviewing this shit? You know? Because
All
like
right.
my mind's like on this like trip for next week, so I'm just
Right.
talking shit out my ass, honestly.
So good.
Yeah, but Believe it or not, I actually like Sam Smith. You know,
Wow, a blue-eyed soul singer that you like that's not black. I never thought I would hear that from
I told you I like Tina Marie, Dusty
I'm
Springfield.
talking about somebody that's new from this era, not Tina Marie or Taylor Dane or whoever. I'm talking about like somebody new besides Sam Smith. That's it, right?
In terms of new, do you mean like this decade?
Yes, like this era. He's from this era. He's not old. He's not an old
I
old
know,
artist.
I
Well, that's
know.
what I
Okay.
mean. Like from this era, modern day, Sam Smith. He's one of the best.
Wait a minute. What about that Uches girl,
Who?
Callie Uches? She's Hispanic. She does R&B.
Yeah, but she got blue eyes. She ain't got no blue eyes.
She's not black.
She's us, yo. Latin people are they us. You know what I'm saying? I'm
You know,
talking about straight white, blue eyed soul. You know what I
all right.
mean?
But yeah, I actually like Sam Smith because he can actually sing, and he's very versatile. You know, it's very versatile that more people give him credit for. How did you get into Sam Smith?
It was this song actually. I was seeing the video, you know, back when they actually showed videos. I was seeing the video. I want to say it was VH1 back then. It was just like the 2010s or whatever.
Yes, sir.
I kept hearing it and hearing it, and then I heard there was another song I heard. It might have been Latch, and then I like I like the album. He can sing. He definitely that's what I noticed was his voice, you know, first. And you know, he's going on to do, you know, his second album was good. He's going on to do stuff with Disclosure, the Latch song that he did with Disclosure. That was a huge hit for them. And there's actually a DJ Premier remix of that for Latch. Um, you know, he wrote some songs for Mary J. Blige, the London Sessions. That was a pretty
Yeah.
good album, especially at a time when I thought musically Mary had fell off. You know, after the breakthrough, and the London Sessions was actually a good album that she did. You know, and you know,
Hmm.
I'm a fan of him from you know from Stay With Me to all the way to now. He dropped a new album called Gloria. Um, I haven't listened to it yet. That's on my playlist, but you know, I know what to expect from Sam Smith. You know what I'm saying? And this is at a time when you know you had people like Tank and you had people like who was it? Was it I think it was Tyrese that came out and they were
Trash.
in their feelings and they felt some type of way about R&B and how it's not being promoted for you know the African American artists. It's more promoted for the artists overseas, but the artists overseas were the ones dropping the best R&B at that time. When you had Sam Smith and you had you know Adele, you know what I'm saying. You had Robin Thicke, you know you had a slew of artists from overseas that were just dropping good music, and I felt like like Tank and Music Soul Child and the Genuines, they had to step their game up. Where's their classic material that they once had? You know what I'm saying? And still to this day, some of those artists still haven't dropped. Genuine, when the last time Genuine dropped the album? That wasn't a TGT project. You know what I'm saying? See, we still waiting for that. So
When was
you
the last
can't
time
really, huh?
when was the last time he dropped a good album?
Well, I liked his first four. The Senior, the Bachelor, 100%. The Life and the Senior. I think that was like his best. Anything after that, I didn't check for. And he kept promoting for years that he was supposed to do a comeback album with Timbaland. That still hasn't dropped at this point. I don't think it ever will. But you know, you can't sit there and complain that the record labels or they're pushing the promotion money in the machine for Sam Smith and Adele when you're not dropping nothing good. You know what I'm saying? Like So if you want to be on that same level as those artists, then come out with some great R&B, and they haven't, and that's why R&B is not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? You got artists now like Coco Jones and Cali Uchis and SZA that R&B lovers got to turn to now because our, the ones that we grew up with are not dropping shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think Adele is a great singer. I don't think she's not a I don't look at her as a pop singer. She's not Taylor Swift. She has a beautiful voice. She had a great album that came out the year before last. You know what I'm saying? Sam
Yeah.
Smith, another great singer. I don't think he has one bad album. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So all these artists like Tyrese and Tank, and they have a issue with the white R&B artists getting more promotion than them, then come out with great shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know, that's how you combat. You go against the machine and these other artists. Come out with great music consistently instead of like dropping a project every 10 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. If there's room for Lisa Stansfield and there's room for Rick Astley and Taylor Dane and
Rick
Tina Marie
Astley.
and all these other George Michael, all these other artists in the past that have done R&B, mind you, and people know them. If there's
Rick
room for
Astley.
them, then there's room for Sam Smith and Adele.
Rick Astley did R&B.
He's considered R&B to people. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just saying. If there's room for them, there's room. Just like this, when you look at hip hop, there was room for Eminem, right? I don't see nobody complaining. If there's room for Eminem and Jack Harlow and all these other Caucasian artists, you know, do your thing. Don't sit up there and hate on Eminem because he did this, and meanwhile you ain't drop an album in the whole decade. There's room for everybody. This it's always a race thing. Oh, so now Sam Smith is the reason why you think you're not getting the promotion. No, you're not getting the promotion because you ain't dropping no good R&B. It's not Sam Smith's fault or Adele's fault. You know what I'm saying? Blue
Yeah.
Eyed Soul been around for years. This is where was all these people back then when Michael McDonald and Doobie Brothers was doing their shit? When Bee Gees was doing disco and shit. Where was all the haters then for them? You know what I'm saying? Michael
Mm.
Jackson didn't have a problem with it. If Doobie Brothers, if Bee Gees could drop disco hits, Michael did the same fucking thing, and he did it just as well, just as better as them. You know what I'm saying? Off the Wall is a classic disco album. He didn't have no issue with nobody had an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? So there's room for everybody. Is I don't believe that whole thing about you know uh they're being overlooked for Adele and those artists. They're not looking at you because you ain't coming out with shit. When was the last time Keith Sweat or Johnny Gill had a hit record? It's been years. So why if you got Adele and Sam Smith dropping heat, why would the record label focus on Keith Sweat and Johnny Gill when they only dropping shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how I seen it. It's like you had all these other artists come in and they were just killing the charts. You know what I'm saying? Now it's different now where you have a scissor, you have her, Lucky Day, you have some of the newer R&B artists that are making good R&B. But you didn't have those artists 10, 15 years ago. Okay, think about the landscape of R&B in the early 2000s when you had Ashanti and Keisha Cole and Ciara, Jason Derulo, Chris Brown. It was shit. It was shit. R&B was shit in the 2000s, with the exception of the neo soul artists, India Arie, Jill Scott, Musique Soul Child, Alicia Keys. With the exception of them, the rest of the R&B field was crap. 2010s, it started to change. When the weekend came out, Frank Ocean, you know, I started to see a shift, but it wasn't it wasn't completely where it should be, and it's still not like that. It's only I can count like there's probably like five R&B albums this year that I listened to that were good or decent, but it's not a lot like it used to be back 30 years ago. That's not Sam Smith's fault. You know what I'm saying? If Adele is singing R&B songs, that's not her fault. She has the voice and she can sing R&B. She can sing any genre she wanted to. She's that good. So you're gonna hate on Adele because she's doing the type of R&B that you know another R&B songstress should be doing. Where they at? That's my whole thing. It's like where are they at? It's like you can't complain if you're not part of. You can't complain about the problem if you're not the solution. If you're not part of the solution, don't complain. And I've seen this from Tank many times. I've seen this from other R&B artists. They're complaining about the state of R&B. If you have a problem with the state of R&B, then change it. If not, let these artists do their thing. You know how you feel about it.
No, I pretty much agree with everything you said, though. Hold on, let me turn my camera on. I pretty much agree with everything that you said, honestly, when it comes to Blue Eyes Soul. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. And back in the day, even in the 80s, when the whole Brit pop was coming out and everything like that, you had a lot of dope Brit pop groups like Simply Red.
Right.
Nobody gives them their flowers like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Culture Club. Boy,
Right. I love
I,
Culture Club.
I fuck with Boy George. Believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to not really fuck with him like that, but then he when he performed with Luther Vandross on that
Right.
Motown with the Apollo, yeah, he got it. Hell,
Mm-hmm.
Sade, not the
That's
person, the group,
the group.
right
Right.
members
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just that music is pretty much universal when it comes to soul music because no one talks back in the day when you had all these groups like the Beatles, Stones, covering a lot of R&B joints and everything like that. The white
Right.
people were just eating up, and it's just like R&B in the pop crowd has always been very fickle. Like this back in the time when the Isley Brothers couldn't even show their picture on their album cover. They had to have
Mm-hmm.
two white teenagers in the beach and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, and regarding the whole Tank Tyrese situation, it's nothing new, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Sam Smith definitely had his own. Like, mind you, he's from London as well too.
Right.
London embraces that R&B culture.
Exactly.
Hell, these days we can't even have an R&B album without three rappers. Uh, excuse me. Like, look at Tyrese's that Black Ego
Mm.
album from '06 when
Oh
he
God.
wanted to be Ty.
Right.
One of the worst R&B albums
And
I've
and
ever.
and he's the one complaining about R&B. You ain't even coming out with your own great shit. You complaining about Adele and Sam Smith getting more promotion than him, and rightfully they should. They should. Like after he dropped a shitty album like that.
Well, Philip, UB40 was reggae, but I see what you're saying
But
though.
yeah, but even with UB40, when they're dropping shit like Red Wine, how come I didn't hear the reggae community complain that why are these white guys doing reggae? Nobody said that back then.
Well, people said there were some group members, like sometimes I like to read message boards, and
Mm-hmm.
they said back in the day they weren't getting a lot of respect in the reggae community. Like they were getting respect, but they weren't getting a
Right.
lot of respect. I feel like down the line they got more respect, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And mind you, these were the same people that fucked with the Clash, the
Mm-hmm.
Police,
Mm-hmm.
two rock groups. I love the Clash. The two
Yeah.
rock groups that definitely had a lot of that reggae sound
Definitely.
to it.
Sting is still influenced by reggae. He did a whole reggae album with Shaggy.
Shaggy, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They got a Grammy for it. So that's always been a part of the Police sound.
right. Because and like I said, I know I talk shit about artists like Justin Timberlake, Adele. That's because I've heard the music and it didn't really gravitate towards me. You know what I'm saying? I've actually heard. Hell, we did a whole review on Justified. I even said I like some songs of Future Sex Love Sounds. I even said that. As far as Adele goes, she broke one of Whitney's records
Right.
everyone's acting like, oh, that means she's better than Whitney. Oh, that means
No.
we can just forget. This this
No.
this is why. And I've heard Adele. She just doesn't really do anything for me.
She's not better than Whitney. She's a damn good singer at a time when you don't hear too many great singers no more. I think Ariana Grande is a great singer too, but
Yes,
she's a pop artist. You know what I'm saying? But Adele, Ariana, her, I think those are great singers.
and I respect that. I just find them. I just find Adele a bit overrated. And that's
I'm
not because of her race. That's
mm,
not because of her race.
I'm
It's
I'm
just
gonna tell
because
you. I'm gonna tell you, Justin. See, I was never an NSYNC fan. I never fuck with those boy bands NSYNC and 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys. The thing with Justin, he can sing, and we have to be honest. If it wasn't for Timberland and the Neptunes cosign, I probably wouldn't be listening to him. I just felt like Pharrell and Timberland gave him the best music as a solo artist, like as a pop artist, and that's why I fuck with him. But he has talent. But if they wasn't doing his music, I probably wouldn't be listening to him right now.
now, granted, Justin songwriting I can fuck with because he wrote some of my favorite. Like he wrote Amy Winehouse's Rehab.
Right,
I
that was
love
dope.
hell
Yeah,
Amy Winehouse.
right.
That's
A
another
white
one.
artist from overseas.
In my opinion, if it wasn't for Amy Winehouse, we wouldn't have a Joss Stone and an
Hmm.
Adele. I'm gonna be
And
real
and
with you.
and guess who one of her producers was? Salam Remy.
Salam Remy,
So
the Nas connection.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
and
great.
yeah, like because as one compliment I would give Justin Timberlake. His songwriting, I like his songwriting for other
Mhm.
artists.
Right.
I don't know why he can't give that to his own artists. Maybe because he just I don't know. But besides the point, Sam Smith deserves all the accolades as a writer,
Right.
singer, producer. In my opinion, he's definitely one of those artists. I would definitely say, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Shout out to my homeboy Jermaine for actually making me listen to this album too.
Did they have to tie you down for you to listen to it or what?
No, 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 no. We were like doing quote unquote things
Right.
and everything like that, and we pretty much got blazed on this album and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, Q Justin Timberlake's not R&B. Stop it. Now you've been
Justin Bieber has experimented with his sound, but he's not a true R&B artist.
the same motherfucker who did one less lonely nigga. It's the same motherfucker y'all call R&B. Get out of
No,
here.
he's not. He is a pop artist, but he's experimented his sound into other genres like
But he was
R&B and
he was doing
other.
all that fucking bitching talking about, oh well, how come my album's not nominated for R&B? I feel like I was like,
Well,
nigga,
because he's not R&B on it. Yeah, he's not an R&B
exactly,
artist.
exactly. It's like,
He just because you've done a R&B sounding album and you've crossed over into other genres don't mean you're that artist. He's not an R&B artist. He's a pop artist.
what's one of my favorite quote unquote Blue Eyed Soul albums?
Mhm.
Y'all gonna be crazy.
No,
David Bowie's Young Americans,
what year was that?
75.
I never heard that one. It's R&B.
Yeah, that's the song. Fame.
Oh, okay.
Man.
But again, Dave Bowie's not an R&B artist, but he was experimenting with his sound.
Yeah, he was experimenting, but he had like a lot of influence by that. Like, yeah, he was actually working with like some black musicians.
Right.
Of course, Luther Vandross did early background vocals on that album.
Hmm.
John Lennon co-wrote Fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and even John Lennon solo shit, like some of his early solo stuff, when he did was with that Plastic Ono Band album,
Hmm.
it had some R&B and funk in it, like Cold, that song Cold Turkey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, we're going to get to this review, y'all. We just have to get this out of our chest. When Bowie did Let's Dance, who
Hmm.
was the main producer on that record? Nile Rodgers.
Right.
Chic Nile Rodgers.
Yeah.
Before he was doing shit with Madonna.
Right. Right.
I'm
And
not mad at you. I just don't like Justin Bieber.
even with her, Madonna has experimented with every sound. She's
Yeah,
a pop artist.
right. But let's talk about who Sam Smith is. Like I said, I can't really be on for too long tonight. So Sam Smith is a R&B pop artist, hailing from London, England. You know what I'm saying? When he was growing up, and everything like that, he did like a lot of theater work and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So he did a production of Old Carol, and he also appeared did some like jazz work as well too. You know, performing some jazz bands as well. And then that's when his love for music kept growing. So by the late 2000s, he dropped two singles, "Bad Day All Week" and "When It's All Right." His breakthrough came in 2012 when he appeared on the Disclosure song called "Latch." That was a
Yeah,
big song.
yeah,
Like 2013, 2014, that was
mhm,
a big. And I was entering college when
yeah,
that song was coming out and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
And he dropped his first EP, Nirvana. You know what I'm saying? In 2013. I'm gonna be real with you. I've not really heard anything before In the Lonely Hour. I've heard good things about Nirvana though, and he collaborated, ironically, with Disclosure, Nile Rodgers, and Jimmy Nates with a song called "Together."
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, fast forward to late 2013, he announced that he was working on the In the Lonely Hour album and everything. You know what I'm saying? And by the time he was doing that, the U.S. pretty much got a hold of him. Like songs like "Latch" was blowing up, and because you gotta remember, "Latch" came out 2 years before it actually really started
yeah,
blowing
hmm,
up.
right.
So
And then they got Primo to do the remix for that.
yeah, so yeah, man. He pretty
Have you
much
heard
said,
that yet?
"No, I've never heard a Primo
I'm
remix."
gonna send you the link for that for the
Okay,
remix.
thank you. And the whole tone of this album was pretty much sad, like somber, kind of heartbroken, but at the same time, it had a glimpse of happiness in it, if that makes sense. So this is the album right here, In the Lonely Hour. Um, love this album cover. To be real with you, love this album cover. Definitely, very, very dope cover. This album actually has 10 songs in it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started with track number one, "Money on My Mind." "Money on My Mind." This was one of the singles. Pretty cool song right here. Love the beat to that shit.
Money
You know what
on
I'm saying?
my mind.
Right.
I love
It
it.
has guest vocals from Disclosure and Naughty Boy. Oh no, excuse me, no, not them, excuse me, but yeah, very dope song. Definitely has that kind of club feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I love this song, love the beat.
Yeah, I love the beat. It had like an EDM sound to it, and Money on My Mind. I heard that early too. That was like before the album came out. They were playing that, and I loved like the pianos on it, and yeah, he killed it. Definitely like a great way to start this album off.
Definitely. All right, next track is called "Good Thing." Um, this song was alright. It wasn't one of my favorites on this album. Not really disliking it though. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like it was pretty decent. Vocally, he did his thing. Honestly, like he did his thing on all the songs vocally.
Yeah,
But yeah, it wasn't really my cup of tea.
I liked it. It's really a sparse beat. Like the beat comes in and goes out. It's mainly like really melodic, mid tempo type of sound, and pianos and guitars on it. He's saying, we talk maybe 20 times a day and still never say what I want to say. I thought I wouldn't need to. Guess I read you wrong. Too much of a good thing won't be good for long. So I liked it. I thought it was one of his best songs on here. You know,
Definitely bumping some Tevin Campbell right now.
yeah. Which album?
I'm ready.
Ah, my favorite.
I don't want nobody else to hear the sound.
You obsessed with
Prince,
that song right now, yo?
Prince and Tevin.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say. I like the Prince version of the song,
Uh-huh.
but Tevin, Tevin, he
Man,
he was on something. Like he was emulating Prince with this one.
he needs to be out with new music, man.
Yeah, you said I'm obsessed with this song.
Yeah, you was playing that for a minute.
I'm telling you, man, good music. But
Yeah.
everyone is acting like "Can We Talk?" It's his only song right now. I'm just
Right,
like,
right,
nigga, that whole "I'm Ready" album, "Back to the World."
man.
Wow. Wow. Back to the World might be my favorite album from him.
That's your
And
favorite,
next to I don't know. Some days I just be going back and forth.
right?
But let's get back to Sam Smith. Next song, "Stay with Me." Love this
Stay
record right
with me.
here. Love this record.
Yeah,
Definitely has that gospel feel to it. You know, he's just talking about how he's very unsuccessful with his love life. You know, struggling with his sexuality, his homosexuality. To be real with you, and everything. This album, Dark Child's version of this song, won 2 Grammy Awards for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up the nominations after you say your thoughts on this
yeah.
song. But yeah, this one was a very, very, very dope song. A little controversy, not controversy, but this song actually got into a plagiarism settlement between Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne because Tom Petty had a song called "I Won't Back Down." I'm not the
Right.
biggest Tom Petty fan. I've never heard that
Yeah,
record.
that was a big hit for Tom Petty.
Yeah, I'm more for Free Falling. That's my shit.
I like that one
Free
too.
Falling.
Yeah,
Don't do me like that. Like I said, I don't like that Heartland rock like that.
yeah. I
That
wasn't I wasn't a Tom Petty fan, but I remember those songs.
yeah. Um, and pretty much Petty said he did not really believe that he plagiarized and stuff like that. But the legal team, his legal team, pretty much wanted to do something, and I think they settled it. I think Tom Petty still got some songwriting credits. I'm not 100% sure how that happened, but yeah, "Stay with Me." That was pretty much a dope song. I'm gonna let Try give his
What
thoughts.
what part of the song was Tom Petty's though?
Like I said, I've never heard that song, so
Like where like it's happening now more than ever now, where you have these people that they suing the artist because it sounds similar. You know the thing with Robin Thicke and Blurred Lines, the recent case with Ed Sheeran and his ballad. Marvin. It wasn't even Ed Sheeran. I think it was like somebody. It was somebody. It wasn't Marvin Gaye. It was like somebody else that sued Ed Sheeran because they said that the ballad sounded too much like Marvin Gaye's song. And Ed Sheeran won that case. And where's all these cases coming out? They coming out the woodwork now more than ever. You know what I'm saying? They sued Jay-Z and Timbaland for the Big Pimpin'
that's been
track.
going on for years. Jay Z beat that case though.
But yeah, but the thing is, when you hear the original, it sound like the same fucking thing. So I'm like, how did Jay-Z beat that case? You know what I'm saying? The original song is on YouTube and it's the exact same beat. So
Because it's Sean
I still I mean I guess it's money because I'm like if that was another artist, they would have lost that case.
Hey,
You know what I
Sean
mean?
Carter. Nothing can stop Sean
Yeah,
Carter, man.
yeah, I see that. You know what I'm saying? Money and a good ass lawyer. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't hear this I don't hear the Tom Petty sample in this song. You know what I mean? So I thought it's a classic record. This was my intro to Sam, and I know another version with Mary J. Blige.
I love that version too.
That version was good. I enjoyed that one, and it has a gospel sound because you have like the background vocals, like the choir, and the pianos, a nice slow beat. I loved it. I think it's definitely his signature song as an artist.
Right. All right. So in terms of the nominees, it was Megan Trainor. This is for Record of the Year. Megan Trainor, All About That Bass.
One hit
Trash.
wonder. One hit wonder.
Yeah. Sia with Chandler.
I
Eh.
never liked that song.
Iggy Azalea with Fancy. Trash.
Where's she been? Another one hit.
Back in Australia. And Taylor Swift with Shake It Off. Oh
Oh
well,
God,
Sam Smith won that one
that
easily.
might be the only Taylor Swift album that I like because that's the only one I listen to.
Interesting.
But I was curious when I'm curious about an artist, I'm gonna listen to them, and I did like that the 1986 album from her. But even that record was not beating Stay With Me.
Right. In terms of song of the year, you had other nominees: Hosier, "Take Me to Church."
Another one hit. Where he been?
I never even heard that record.
Yeah, that was a huge record that year.
And Sia's, Chandler, Taylor Swift, "Shake It Off," and Megan Trainor, "All About That Bass."
Wow.
That was
You see what I mean about the 2010s was they had some bad shit there back then.
they did have some bad shit, especially
Oh
in the
man.
pop music.
Wow.
All right, now we have "Leave Your Lover." That's the next track on this album. This one was another pretty good song right here. I'm not gonna hold you. Vocally again, Sam Smith did his fucking thing on this one and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one right here was pretty good. It was inspired by him loving somebody, but is that person not in love with him too? You know what I'm saying? It definitely had like a lot of heartbreak songs on this record.
Yeah.
So
There's a theme on this album.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Romeo. Yeah.
it's ballad. It's Sam singing about having to, telling the chick to, leave her lover for him, and he didn't come out gay at this point though. I think he was still in the closet. He didn't come out at this point. I think this is like after the album he came out and said that he was gay with
Well, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of knew he was gay even before he announced it.
her. Yeah, your Gator went off and shit.
I'm not gonna say all that. It's just I just had that feeling.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's not being me. I'm just saying I just had a feeling.
Right. Right.
Now, when Frank Ocean came out, I was like, oh wow, damn.
Right. Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second, man. Okay, track number 5. I'm not the only one. This one was another pretty good song. You know what I'm saying? This was a nice little ballad right here and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of tells a story about how he had a friend, and pretty much that friend had a lover that's been cheating on them and lying about it and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good song. I know he had a remix to the song with ASAP Rocky. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That was a
Oh,
pretty
did
good.
he? I never heard the remix for that.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh wow. ASAP Rocky and Sam Smith. Man.
Well, ASAP Rocky was really popular. This is when he was
Right.
breaking out and shit like that. He was doing a lot of
Oh
pop
yeah.
songs with pop artists as well too. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? His honestly, that long lived ASAP album from 2015,
Hmm.
he has not dropped anything good since then. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, he just dropped a new single. It's
Yeah,
called
the one that
Riot or something. I know he has supposed to be having a new album coming out soon.
yeah, because all of a sudden him and Travis Scott are apparently going through a
Mhm.
beef right now because they're saying that one of them diss each other and shit.
Right.
I'm like, fuck it, let them scrap at this point. Fuck it.
Right. Basically. Yeah. Yeah. I like this. This is one of my favorite songs on here. I definitely love the beat for that. The pianos on it. The video. The video actually stars some actors in it. Agron. She was in. She was on the Mindy Project, and
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
she plays the woman that's cheating on the guy in the video, and Chris Messina plays her boyfriend, her man. Um, she was also on Glee too. She was on that show Glee,
Eh.
and yeah, I didn't watch none of them shows. I just remember hearing about them,
Yeah, I they butchered some of my favorite songs and shit.
but
I'm like,
you know,
stick to the Grease
I
soundtrack
did
and
I
shit.
did see one episode. I saw the one when they did a tribute for Michael. I saw that one. That one was pretty good.
I didn't like
And
that one either.
you didn't like that one?
Eh.
I think they did one for Whitney, but I didn't see that one. But actually, the one of the guys on Glee, um, what's their name? Grant Gustin. He went on to do the Flash TV show. You know what I'm saying? So those two actors are in the video and they're playing like a couple, and the woman steps out in her marriage and cheats. And when you listen to the song and the lyrics, Sam Smith, singing "I Know I'm Not the Only One." It all coincides with the video and the husband finding out that I know that you're doing your dirt, but he still loves her at the end of the day. So I thought the video was great, and the song is a classic record.
Yeah, respect. Oof. Next song is Like I Can. Um this song right here, pretty decent song, honestly. You know what I'm saying? By the way, the majority of this album I forgot to mention appeared on a Nirvana EP. You know what I'm saying? So like this
Mhm.
song appeared on the Nirvana EP. I want to say the first time Money on My Mind appeared there too. So
Yeah,
just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? So this is a more of a poppy kind of song right here. I love his vocals on this record as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
yeah,
pretty good.
it was
Yeah,
pretty good. It was pretty good. It's up tempo track. You got some guitars on it, some pianos. It was decent.
definitely. All right, next song is called Life Support. I love this record. One of my favorites on this album. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This song right here, it pretty much is a metaphor to describe painful situations one goes through. You know what I'm saying? Just having the whole darkness air aura around you. You know what I'm saying? Um, very relatable song. So I definitely recommend this one highly.
Yeah, this was good. A nice beat. You know, and you got some, like some synthesizers on it, real mid tempo. It's a nice album cut.
Yeah. All right. Next track is called "Not in That Way." Self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Just what I got from this song is how it's again sticking with the whole unrequited love, but it might be like a song how one is having an affair with somebody
Right,
and they have a different sexualities and they care about that person, but at the same time, it's like they can't be with it. Their heart's not letting them get in that lane, if that makes sense.
right.
And again, a little splashes, he was announcing himself
Mm-hmm.
in some
Mm-hmm.
songs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So this was a pretty good song.
Yep. It's no beat. It's really just Sam's vocals and the guitar playing, and he's pouring his heart out on the song.
Definitely. All right. And the next song is Lay Me Down. This is actually not only my favorite song off this album, but it's actually my favorite Sam Smith song he's ever done.
Oh wow.
And this was a song that really made me a fan of this album.
Right.
No, well, yeah, you can say that because, like I said, my homeboy Jermaine played this song repeatedly at one point, and just grew on me and everything like that. Because, like I said before, it's not like I dislike Sam Smith.
Mm,
I just never actually listened to him like that.
right.
And this one was a very, very, very hot record in my opinion. Vocally he did his thing on this one. It kind of follows the message of the last song, having unquitted love for somebody of a different sexuality. But yeah, this one right here, if you was to listen to only one song from this album, make it be this one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a great way to go out. Um, Very nice ballad. I think Sam killed it. The pianos on it were great. Yeah, this was a good last track.
Definitely. So overall, man, this is a very good album. You know what I'm saying? This might be actually my favorite R&B album of that year, to keep it real with you. And 2014 for R&B was kind of I mean, it has some good joints, but then it has some eh. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But this was definitely one of the few great ones I would highly recommend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, the song is a lot about heartbreak and unrequited love, but at the same time, it's not like a somber. It's not everything somber because if you were a fan of also a lot of the pop music that was going on at that time too, mixing it with a little EDM, you know what I'm saying? Then this is the album definitely for you. You know what I'm saying? Um, dare I say, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah. Great album, his first one, and I love the production on it. It was you had a mix of R&B and pop and gospel and a little EDM at times, and I his vocals were great on every track. You know, he picked the right singles for this album. You know, "Money on My Mind" and "Stay with Me," the signature song, "Good Thing," "I'm Not the Only One," "Lay Me Down." I think it's definitely a great album. It's my favorite Sam Smith album to date. So I'm gonna definitely give it 5 mics. And it just go to show you that R&B can be done not just by African Americans but by blue-eyed soul artists as well.
Definitely. Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna stay on for another probably 5 to 7 minutes. So, um, next month is the top 100. You know what? I might say top 101 artists. Fuck it.
101.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I thought of somebody that can be 101.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, I'm not gonna do the whole 10 week because that shit to me got so exhausting after a while
Yeah.
and everything like that. One episode is gonna be. You know what? You want to do 25 for one episode or 50 for one episode?
It's up to you. I mean, however you want to just quickly do it, and then we ain't got to be on here every week talk doing it. So you know.
You know what? Let's do 50. Let's just do a 2 week event of it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay. So 51 week, 50 the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I have a lot of videos I want to do
Right.
this before the end of this year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at myself like, do I really want to spend a whole month doing this? Really? But yeah. And plus, I gotta start collecting albums and shit for the collection video as well too. So
Right.
my mind's all over the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very confident about my list. I'm
Right.
very confident. I feel like you're gonna have your usual picks, but then there's gonna be some picks that's gonna be very. Y'all gonna look at me like, nigga, are you crazy? Like,
Which we do that anyway. So
yeah. But I'm very confident about this list.
oh, that's
So
good. That's good.
yeah, yeah. Let's fuck some shit up.
Right.
Like, also tomorrow midnight. You know, it's gonna be me and Mike. Keyword me and Mike gonna give praise to one of my
Right.
favorite sitcoms of all time. Cheers.
God.
Try is going to eat his food.
Yeah.
He's going to talk highly of the theme
I
song.
might come on here with a glass of wine just to say fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Might come on here with a glass of
I
wine and talk.
mean, I'm not holding a gun to your head telling you to like Cheers. You can just give your honest thoughts about it.
My,
You
my
know,
honest thoughts is I don't like the show. That's my honest thoughts. You've heard that forever. So why would it change tomorrow?
what? How about you elaborate why you don't like the show?
Because there was dry comedy. I didn't like none of the characters on there.
Like comedy.
Dry comedy. White people comedy is different from black people comedy.
It is different from Black people
Very
comedy.
different.
But let
That
me.
that that is why I never watched shit like Frasier and Friends and Cheers and all that
Or
other
what if I
shit.
told you?
Seinfeld.
What if I told you a black and a white guy did Married with Children? Would you call Married with
I
Children
would
black
believe it.
comedy?
Married with Children was like a dysfunctional black family, but they were white. That's why it
Okay.
was so funny because they were so that Ed and I mean Al and Peggy Bundy was just so dysfunctional. It was just so funny to laugh at. You know.
Right.
Yes, I'm like we actually got you had a white comedy about a white dysfunctional family for once, and it wasn't about a black family that was dysfunctional. And that I think that's why it was so appealing to a lot of people.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? But that was a good one. That was a good one.
Mm.
You know, one
And
but
think
very
about
few. I could probably count on one hand how many like white comedy shows I watched during the '90s. It's not a lot.
But think
It's
about how
Mhm.
some white actor or some white writers write for black comedy, like sitcoms as well too.
Right. Like I know what's his name? The forehead dude.
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer wrote for Girlfriends, right?
He was the executive producer.
As
He
a
didn't
producer,
actually.
right? Um, that was a big show for a lot of people. And, yeah, Married with Children, Mad About You.
You like Mad About You?
Yes,
What?
yeah, that was on my list. That was on my that was
Yo,
on my
I
list.
didn't remember. Yo,
If that wasn't on my list, then it was gonna be honorable mention. But I believe that was on the
wow.
list. Yeah, I watched
Okay,
Mad About You
that's one show we can
because
talk about.
it was funny, but it was also about a couple living in New York City.
Yeah, and you know what I liked about that show?
Mhm.
It was like a 60s sitcom in the 90s contemporary. It was like a lot of people compared it to the Dick Van Dyke Show a little
Right,
bit.
right,
I can see it a little bit, but it was an old-fashioned sitcom in a 90s contemporary way.
right.
And that theme song though, oh my
Yeah.
god. Tell me why. Love you like I do.
Yes.
Tell me who.
That,
Take me to
that
the
wasn't planned. That was
yeah.
like by one night just watching it and ended up
Yo.
liking it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was waiting for it to come on.
Okay, we can talk about that show before the
You know,
year's over.
I never did see the sequel. I know they came back like a couple years ago.
Me neither.
I didn't watch it. I know they had a kid in the story or whatever. So
Let me find out you watched Mad About You.
hey,
Okay, okay.
I told you it's like probably two white comedies I watched during the '90s. So you know,
But like I said, before the year's over, Laverne and Shirley's gonna get talked about.
that's my
Amen.
joint. Laverne and Shirley was
Yeah.
I watched that.
See,
Yeah,
see? Amen.
Amen was good too.
Cosby Show,
Yeah,
possibly Family
yeah.
Matters.
You had Steve Harvey. You mentioned.
That's the next one after Cheers.
Oh, this okay.
Possibly WKRP in Cincinnati. What y'all know about that?
I watched that once in the blue. I didn't get the radio setting. I don't know. I watched it once in the blue. It wasn't like one of my favorites, but at least I
See,
watched enough of it though. You know what I'm saying to talk about
right. And then we have like other shows like Laughing, Flip
it. Mhm.
Wilson show. You
Right.
know what I'm
See, my
saying?
mother, you might have to get my mother on for that one because she grew up in that
All
era of Flip Wilson.
all right.
That was when I was born, he was already like over. So
He was the trendsetter
yeah,
for all these motherfuckers. So you got DuckTales,
Ducktales,
Animaniacs.
yeah, Ducktales.
Tiny, yes, Animaniacs and Tiny Toons might be possible.
We have like
You know?
Ray Sean coming on for that one, right? Because he suggested it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's been planned way ahead of time because
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Ashley on that as well too. Because me and Ashley, we go back when it becomes Steven Spielberg cartoons. I
Right.
like him more making cartoons than as a director sometimes too. So
Really, Steven Spielberg? Oh
yeah,
no, I love Steven as a director. He gave us too many classics.
he did. But there's something about Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Freakazoid. I don't know. Pinky in the Brain.
I forgot
It's
he
just
did
close
that
to my.
shit too, yo.
It's just close to my fucking heart. You know what I'm
I
saying?
forgot he did those cartoons.
Yeah, niggas forget
Yeah,
because he was too busy giving us some good shit and some crappy shit too.
Freakazoid. I didn't watch Freakazoid. I didn't watch it.
Oh
I
man,
remember when it came on. I wasn't watching that.
I'm gonna put you on some cartoons, man.
Now you put look. Rick and Morty was good. Like, everything else that you suggest is not good for me.
I so wait a minute. So hey Arnold,
Nope, I don't like it.
come on now.
Rick and
We
Morty
just
was
did Alvin and the Chipmunks.
because I grew up with Alvin and the Chipmunks. I grew up with that cartoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the tunes that I grew up knowing. Like I know those two. Like Animaniacs and Animaniacs when Animaniacs and Tiny Toons came on. I was already like in like junior high when that came on. It was like 90, 91 or some shit like that.
Shit.
Um, what's the other one? DuckTales. DuckTales came on when we were like coming home from school. I was like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I grew up with those tunes, but I didn't like Hey Arnold and SpongeBob. I don't know those tunes. I didn't watch that shit.
Don't forget Rocco's Modern Life, the best
That
Nicktoons.
another one I didn't watch. Rocco's Modern Life. Didn't watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Pinky Elmira and the Brain Power. That all I'm gonna say is Cree Summer carried that show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he was. They were alright. They were alright. I wasn't a huge fan of them. It was more about the rabbits.
Well, let me tell you something. This Cheers review tomorrow, y'all cannot miss this.
Oh boy,
11 seasons,
way too long.
plenty of a lot of history with that show. You
Way
know,
too long.
a lot of history with that show. I, I watched 11 seasons of Cheers, man. Man,
I can't believe you did that. 11 seasons of that show.
it was good writing. It was good
Holy
shows.
shit, man.
A lot of the sitcoms after Cheers, a lot of them borrowed from Cheers. They just don't know it.
Those shows don't even. Shows nowadays don't even make it to 10 seasons.
Actually, Two and a Half Men and Big Bang Theory, but
Never watched.
they were crap anyway.
I never
Well,
was there.
Big Bang Theory was okay in its early years, but
Oh, I never watched it.
but Steve Harvey show, that's going to be an interesting show to
Yeah,
talk.
that one was good. That was a good one.
Mind you, I didn't reveal everything yet though, so I got a lot.
Honestly, this nigga is still on the Dre and Q-Tip shit.
I'm not even focused on that
Why?
shit.
It's in the past. Both of those albums are classic. That's all that matters.
And besides, I said Q-Tip was influenced by Dre when he did Straight Outta Compton with NWA. See,
Right.
please quote my words right. I don't like when people misquote me. I don't. I really don't like when people misquote me because you make me look like an asshole.
You're making themselves look like an asshole, not you. And y'all, you remember? You remember? I don't know if you when. How old were you when Animaniacs came out?
I wasn't even born yet. I
Oh,
was
you
born
wasn't
two
born
years.
yet. Okay, when Animaniacs and Tiny Toons came out, Baskin Robbins came out with a special ice cream flavor for them.
Oh wow,
Because I remember going to Baskin Robbins and getting the Tiny Toons flavored ice cream.
that sounds good as hell though.
Yeah, they don't even have that shit no more. It's like it was like a limited time only.
Mm. But see, I told you we were gonna come out with some good shows, man.
Yeah, but you still got some. You still throwing some crap every now and then in there.
I'm being
Well,
experimental.
well, not. I don't want to say crap. It's great to you. It's like some shit I never was into like that. So
I still can't believe you just didn't watch Maud like that, cause
Ma,
Maud, the B. Arthur
no?
show.
Nah, I
No,
never. That was
that
before
was
my
my,
time. I
that was crazy. That was
never
I
watched
love
Ma.
it. I'll
I,
show you that. Go ahead.
now I was saying I love B. Arthur on Golden Girls was my shit. I love you. Talk about Golden Girls. That's my shit. We could talk about that all day.
I love Golden Girls, but Maud to me was a better
You
sitcom.
like more? Really? Nah, I love Golden Girls more, man. Those three old ladies were hilarious.
Yeah, I love Golden Girls. Golden Girls was good, but Maud was black comedy. I mean, you know me, I love black comedy.
Right.
I love comedy that comes from tragic situations and shit. You know, Golden Girls it did have some black comedy, but Maud was just going through mental breakdowns every episode.
What's your thoughts on Howard Stern? Howard Stern said what he wanted to say. He was a shock jock, and
Yeah,
I would have respect for him for that. Just say what's on your mind and not be political. A lot of these platforms now want to be political and shit, and they want to hold their
right.
tongue. I ain't doing none of that. I'm saying what I want. If the album is whack, I'm saying it's whack. I don't care if the artist is watching. I've told artists before this shit was whack. You know, that's what I'm about. I ain't trying to listen. I'm not running for no fucking hip hop senate or office. I ain't trying to be political. You speak your mind on shit.
That's what Lashia said about us. She said we always honest and speak
Yeah.
our mind.
Why and that's how it should be. I don't understand why people want to they don't want to say what's on their mind because they want to have they want to have one day to have that artist on their platform. I'm like, yo, if the artist can't take constructive criticism, then don't be an artist then. That's all. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like Fabulous don't got no damn classics, guess what? I'm gonna tell Fabulous that to his face. And he just got to deal with it. It's not my fault that you ain't got a classic album in your discography. You know,
Yeah, but one day.
people got to be honest with themselves, man, and stop kissing ass and they want to do shit for clout, and I ain't doing all that. So I respect Howard Stern. He always spoke his mind. He did what he wanted.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna go over my list a few more times, but I'm gonna end this off video off right here. So this has been a very fun, eventful review.
Just
Yeah.
just for the fuck of it, I might just show up tomorrow and talk about you. I don't know. I mean, I don't like the show. There got to be one episode I like, right? There got
I
to be one.
mean, they have 275 something
Well,
episodes
I'm
and
not
shit.
going through 11 seasons in one fucking night, but I'm gonna skim through. There got to be one episode I like. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
can I send some
Yes,
recommendations?
yes.
Uh, I'll send like five recommendations and
Oh
shit.
God, I hope one of those five was good at least. Because the last sitcom that we talked about that I enjoyed was The Honeymooners. Because again, that's a show that I grew up watching all the time. When they used to show the marathon every New Year's, I would watch the marathon. Honeymooners got a ton of episodes that was great. That's why it was easy for me to talk about. But for a show that I don't care for, is like, what do you expect for me to say? Like, I don't care for the show. You know what I mean?
Be, that's why I tell you, just be honest, nigga. I'm not putting a fucking gun to your head.
But I told you this like before you wanted to do the joint. I'm like, I wasn't a fan of Cheers like that. Every Thursday night when it would come on after a different world, I would change the channel because I'm like, I didn't care for it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You got like, it's about in a bar setting with a bunch of drunks. You know, Ted Danson to me was not a great actor. You know what I'm saying? And somehow that show lasted 11 seasons. How many seasons did A Different World last? Because I'm sure it wasn't 11.
6.
6 exactly. Why was Cheers on for that damn long and they took off Cosby Show in A Different World?
Well, I told you why they took off a different world. I told you, right?
What was the reason? Cosby?
Okay. Okay, let me tell you a story. So the Cosby Show ended in 1992, and Different
Mm,
World originally was just supposed to be the headliner for the whole must see TV. But
mm,
see, at that time, there was like a lot of other black shows coming out with Martin,
yeah.
and Different World did an episode called the LA Riots episode in the sixth season that NBC did not want them to do the episode,
Oh
but
yeah, I do
because
remember
they had white looters, so they made a compromise saying they will bring Roseanne and Tom Arnold
that.
just
Right.
for a comedy. But then next thing you know, it after that they started shuffling Different World around, and sometimes it would be aired against Martin, and Martin at that time
Hmm.
was that show and stuff like
Yeah.
that, that first season and everything. And they had to burn up a few episodes in the summertime too. And then the last episode aired, and they didn't really have like a lot of fanfare. It
Right.
had like some publications out, but yeah, because once the Cosby Show ended, they just said let's just throw Different World out in the wolves and shit.
Right. I do remember that.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's always our shows that's ready to get canceled, but the other shows stay on. You know what I'm saying? And
why you?
good shows at that, like Rock. Rock was a good show. That got canceled too early.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? New York Undercover got canceled way too early. You
why
know,
is that?
it's our shows. It's always the good black shows that get canceled, but they keep on Frasier and fucking Cheers and all that other shit. Seinfeld. I'm like, I don't get it.
Hey,
And people
it's
love
not.
people love those shows. I have friends that love Seinfeld. Niggas buy the DVD sets. I'm like, y'all bought that? Y'all bought the Seinfeld box sets?
Seinfeld, Seinfeld,
Seinfeld nut like that, like you would just watch the marathons and shit. You know what I mean?
Seinfeld is funny though.
I never cared for it. And I tried to watch him. I don't care for him. I don't think he's funny. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a funny, like I've seen a lot of white comedians do stand up. George Carlin, rest in peace. He was one of the funniest. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Forgot. I'm losing my what was I gonna say? There's a lot of others that I've watched that was funny. I just don't feel like what's his name? Dude from Full House that passed away. The dad.
Bob
His
Saget.
his stand up was funny. Yeah, he was funny. You know
I
what I'm
mean, Bob
saying?
Saget's good, but he's not touching Seinfeld.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't. What is it about Seinfeld that people like though?
He was just
Because
Seinfeld.
the Soup Man got a lot of publicity from that show.
No, so
That's a real like place. Like you can go to the Superman in New York City, and he was serving soup, and that's how it was when they would stand in line for soup, and that's what he would say. That line that he said on the show, "No soup for you." That's what he would say to the customers. You know what I'm saying? He got popular off of that show. That's the only like thing I know about Seinfeld is the Superman was on it.
shoot. I think people like Seinfeld is because it's kind of hard to say honestly. To be real with you, it was pretty much they just take the little occurrences about everyday life and make a whole bigger thing out of it. It's like you
What
don't know how far the story
what
would
was it?
go.
What was this? What was like the other people on the show? Was that like his friends or
Yeah.
did he was he fucking the chick? Or did he get any pussy from her or what? Like what?
Well, they used to date, but what they are like on the show, they're friends. The
Right.
backstory was like they used to date, but
Oh,
they're literally each other's best friends.
so
And
nobody was sleeping with each other.
nah,
Oh man,
and
you spoiling
the,
already.
and also too is like the characters were like complete assholes,
Right.
literally. And at the time when you had shows like Family Ties and Growing Pains and everything like that, it's like the characters were goody goody.
Mhm.
Late '80s, you saw more complex characters on sitcoms. With
Right.
Seinfeld, it took that to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
But
At
it's
least
not
on
for
Friends,
everyone.
niggas was dating each other on Friends and shit.
I hate that fucking show.
I don't like the show, but they were at least you got an idea of what was going on. They were friends. They were dating. There was shit going on with them being friends in New York. I don't Seinfeld. I'm
It
like,
was it was an
what
orgy.
is so popular about Seinfeld? Huh?
They were having an orgy.
They would have an orgy. Man.
But yeah, I'm gonna end this off right here in this shit. Yes, tune in tomorrow when we talk about the whole complete history of Cheers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I hopefully try would find an episode I recommend. If
I'm gonna check out these episodes you suggested. Okay.
I can't wait to hear your opinion because
I hope it's good.
mind you, I recommended 5 episodes from Tech.
See,
You only
and one of them is called guess what? Bar Wars. How ironic! A show set in the bar, and one episode is called Bar Wars. You see what I mean?
well, that's a complete. They did like episodes of that at the end. In the middle of the run, they did like a series of episodes. So they did one each season
Oh,
called Ball Wars.
Bar Wars. Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, hope everyone has a good night. Y'all make sure y'all cop that Sam Smith album. It's still in print. Y'all be safe.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Ball Wars.